What's going on, everybody? This is Al for NCAA06 Revival, and you may be wondering why I am posting this video. Normally, how I handle my Dynasty videos is I like to get about 3 or 4 games done in a row and have them saved, and every couple of days I'll post a new one. So, I think the last video I posted was the Northern Illinois game in my Indiana Dynasty, and I'm actually about 4 games ahead of that. And I've come to the conclusion that the triple shoot offense isn't very highly recommended in NCAA 06. Can it be accomplished? It can, but it's hit me over the last several games how much you're putting yourself behind the 8 ball with this offense, and I'm just going to go through some reasons why. First is your offensive line. You got to have a superior offensive line in order to make that offense work. Since you're under center the entire time, I mean, you're just asking the defense to blitz you as hard as they possibly can, which causes you to have great pocket presence. It's just really hard to really get the offense going unless you have a great offensive line. The second reason is the triple shoot. It's asking way too many things out of your players. And I knew this going into it, but I mean, it's just making it harder and harder as you go on. With the triple shoot offense, you need a quarterback that can both run and throw. In the triple shoot offense, you need running backs that can both run and catch. In the triple shoot offense, you need receivers who can both block well and who can catch and have speed. And you need an offensive line that can both pass protect and can run over defensive linemen. I mean, pretty much every player on your offense has to have multiple skills. I'm normally not a big fan of offenses that require your players to be good at everything. If you have the talent, that's great, but you need some big-time players in order to really make it work. And like I said, you can make it work with that. It's just making things a whole lot harder on you when you don't need to go that route. The third reason, and this is the biggest reason why I just am really not into this offense, is it's not a bell cow offense. Now, normally, when it comes to a bell cow offense, if you got an impact player, you all have played in NCAA 06 a whole lot over the years, as long as I have, and we all know that impact players are a big deal in this game. And my biggest issue with the triple shoot is I can't give the ball to my players who are impact players unless you're like a running back. If you have an impact receiver in the triple shoot, it's just really hard to give him the ball whenever you want to. Now, every play does not need to go to your impact guy. It doesn't have to be that way. The problem is the triple shoot is a 50-50 offense. It's both triple and it's both shoot. Well, when your run and shoot plays are not geared toward any one player, that already negates the impact your impact receiver can have. Then you throw in the other 50% of your plays are going to be your run plays. Well, you know your impact receiver can't get the ball on those plays. So you're just making it harder and harder for your impact receivers to really make an impact in the game. You can get away with that in a pass-happy offense, a la the Al Raid or a true run and shoot, because you're throwing the ball so much. Eventually, your receivers, all of them are going to get the ball. And more times than not, your best receiver will get the ball more than the rest of them. But in the triple shoot, you just can't do it. It's just a struggle. On top of that, you start with a really bad team. It's just going to make things even harder on you. So with all that being said, I don't think you guys are going to benefit a whole lot from the triple shoot offense, or at least watching me run the offense. So with that being said, I've decided to just cancel that dynasty altogether. And I want to start a new dynasty that is a pure pass-happy offense of some sort. I'm thinking more run and shoot. And the only reason why I want to do that was for 2 reasons. One, if you've seen enough of my videos, you know I enjoy throwing the football. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's challenging compared to running the ball. 2, I get a lot of emails from you all and comments that are more geared towards passing. The running system in this game is pretty straightforward. There's not a whole lot of depth to it, but it's the passing is what a lot of guys still seem to really struggle with. So I think it's best if I throw a pass-happy offense in a Dynasty. That way you guys can see a ton of it, get your visual reps, and you can use that in your own Dynasties. I'm just trying to benefit you all while still trying to join it on my end, on top of using an offense that makes a whole lot more sense than the triple shoot. Now I kind of understand why you don't even see the triple shoot in real live football. It's just too hard because you're asking way too much from all your players. So, my next Dynasty will be a pass-happy offense. I think I'm going to just go with a pure run and shoot, the June Jones version, which is what I have posted right here. The offense would be just shotgun spread, trips. It would be all your run and shoot concepts. And my run game would be like maybe halfback direct and off tackle. I mean, your run game is not very complex in the run and shoot. And maybe some shotgun bunch. I've seen June Jones use that a few times. But it'll be a very pass-happy offense. It'll be very vertical offense. It'll get all your receivers involved. Your running back will be a hoss up the middle. And the pure run and shoot, especially from the gun, you're not asking anything complex from your players. Your receivers, all I need is guys who can catch. With my running back, he's not going to catch the ball hardly any. I need a guy who can run the ball. That's why I'll probably get guys who are pretty beefy, big hoss guys, who can take the halfback direct and just go between the tackles. And a quarterback, I just need a guy who can throw. My offensive line, I just need guys who can pass protect. Now, in 06, you can't really go after pass protectors or just road graders. I mean, you just got to go get the best you can. They're all considered balanced offensive linemen in this game. But the run and shoot and the air raid in the same way, you just need certain skills, technically one skill for each of your players, and you're good to go. It's much simpler than the triple shoot. Nothing conflicts with each other. You know, it's fun running triple option and then going to a shoot play, but none of it really fit all that well. If you're running pure run and shoot, like I think I'm going to do, I mean, it all goes well together. It's pretty much, I'm going to keep throwing until you soften up your box, your front 4 or 5 in the box, and I will run after you. And that's just kind of it. It's very simple. The good thing about this is I don't have to use a lot of formations, but I get to use a lot of different plays. I do believe when you guys are watching my Dynasty videos, you may get bored if you see me run the same 5 or 6 plays, a la a pro-style offense, where all I do is run slam, toss, play action, and a dropback play if I need it. I mean, but run out of like 9 formations. The pure run and shoot is completely different. You've seen that in my previous run and shoot videos. The entire offense, like I said, would be out of spread and trips and a little bit of bunch, maybe. But a lot of it is just slide, under, go. It's a switch and smash, choice, a pure smash, a pure switch. Then you go out of trips. The cool thing about trips, with run and shoot, all your pass plays are on the right side of the screen. I would probably run some PA read. I mean, it's not a play-action offense. I mean, I'd run it just a little. But I'd run a screen. PA inside, that's our switch. Clear out, that's a very choice type play with an awesome man beater underneath. Halfback out, that's our choice. Streak, I wouldn't probably use it all that much. But see, there's 4 or 5 pass plays there. On top of about the 11 or 12 pass plays out of spread. On top of a couple I may run out of bunch. That's like 16 plays that I've run. That's plenty enough for an offense. But it's all very simple. You know what you need out of your receivers, out of your running backs, out of your quarterbacks. And you'll get to see me throw the ball a lot. I think watching a pass-happy offense is probably a little more enjoyable than watching me run the ball all the time. So I think you'll enjoy it more. And it's a system offense. I'm not going to try to tailor it. I don't even know which team I'll pick in my Dynasty. I'll get to that here in a minute. But I don't know which team I'll go with. But I'm not going to try to tailor. Like, see, if I pick a team that's got more running backs and barely a couple receivers, I'm still going to go shotgun spread and trips. I'm just going to force it. I'm a system guy. I'm a June Jones protege, so to speak. I'm going to do exactly the way he done it. So the first couple seasons will be tough. It is what it is. But at least I'll have a system in place. And it'll just be one single focus of what I need out of my offense. So, with that being said, what I need to ask from you guys is, which route do you want me to take? We can do the UCF route, where I picked a non-Power 5 school and try to build them into a dynasty. Or do you pick a terrible Power 5 school and run and shoot with them? Now, with this dynasty, I don't want to really switch teams. I have to remind myself, this mode is called Dynasty mode. Dynasty means championships galore. You're at one school, the Joe Paterno, been there for 40 years type. So whatever school I pick, I want to stick with them and see how far I could take it. Another reason why I want to do that is because I'm normally not a big stats guy. I don't try to break records in this game for the sake of breaking records. But since I'm going to run a run and shoot offense, I'm going to try to go after a lot of good passing records. I'm going to try to destroy yards. I'm talking like 5,000-yard passing seasons, which is really hard to do in this game. I've done it a couple times, but it can be done. It adds more depth to your dynasty when you're kind of keeping up with your stats and seeing if your quarterback can throw 50 touchdowns in a season or break. I think in this game, Timmy Chang of Hawaii still holds the all-time passing yards in a career. I want to try to break that. I've never done that before. So I'm going to be looking more towards the stats this time with my offense. So going back to my question, I need to know sort of what you guys would like to see. I really have no preference. If I pick a low team, a non-Power 5 team, or a Power 5, if I pick a non-Power 5, I'm going to pick a school that at least somewhat makes sense that, hey, you could probably see them move up. And the only way I can look at that is if they have a stadium that's like somewhat decent size. I'm not going to try to pick a team that's got like 20,000 seat stadium. I'm not going to get moved up to the Big 12 or wherever that school may be. That's why the UCF dynasty made a lot of sense. I was in a 60,000 seat stadium. It just kind of made sense. It was at least somewhat realistic. And I kind of want to do the same if I go the non-Power 5 route. If I go the Power 5 route, then it doesn't make a difference. I could just pick a terrible team and just try to build them up that way. Again, I have really no preference, but sort of keep that in mind when you put that in the comment section, sort of what you would like to see. So the recap. The Indiana dynasty is over with. It just didn't seem worth it. I don't think you guys would got a whole lot out of it. On top of, I just do not recommend the triple shoot in this game. You can try it. It could probably be done, but you're just putting a lot on your plate when you don't have to. And I will start a new dynasty. The next video will be the start of that new dynasty. I'm going to be a run and shoot team. I just made up my mind. That's just what I'm going to do. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to do a lot of vertical stuff. It's going to be just a whole lot of fun seeing me just throwing the ball over the field. And we'll just kind of go from there. So please, I ask of you to put in the comment section kind of which route you want me to take. Do you want me to take a terrible team at a non-Power 5 or a terrible team out of the Power 5 or just something? If you have a particular team you'd like to see, just put in the comments and maybe something will spark my interest. Go back to your 05-06 rosters. Since I'm starting a brand new dynasty, that's where I will start. So you can go back and kind of look and see what some of the teams had back then. It's been a while since I've looked at them. I could pick a team that's got some decent receivers and a quarterback, and that kind of give me a head start. But I'm really not too worried about that part because I can recruit my way to what I want. So I hope all this made sense. I'm hoping this next dynasty would be more beneficial to you than what I was going to try to do with the Indiana side of things. So again, please put in the comment section what you'd like to see. And in the next video, you're going to see me running some pure run and shoot. I mean, it'll be the preseason video of that Dynasty. But the video after that is when you start seeing the pure June Jones run and shoot, slinging the ball all over the field, running up the gut, having a lot of fun, but in a very simple way. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.